Testing, testing. Okay, there we go. Hey, Abby. Hey, Layla. Hey, Sierra. Hey, Jay. Hey, Eli. Yeah, we'll do some debates tonight. And this is bad. I just started watching the live from yesterday, and this notification comes up. I'll never get caught up on all the awful people you have talked to. You got to start watching at like 2x speed during the day, I guess. The only way. Hey, Sid. Hey, Moxie. Hey, Addie. Okay. I think I'm just about ready to get started on TikTok. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Zizu. Zisu. Okay, the femboy lord to Groypers is wild. Yeah. How were the debates yesterday? I mean, most of yesterday was just like every creator on the platform all joining in to dunk on a Nick Fuentes supporter. Kind of almost the whole live. This is just pre-show. You always get a kiss before. The incel to trans woman pipeline is wild too. Jesus. I just need to do a caption for this TikTok, and then we're good to go. I think. I already have TikTok open. So fatigued hearing them constantly are celebrating for anything other than tears for him. Sounds. Oh, I have to add those sounds too. Okay. Let me write the caption. I'll save it in drafts, and then we'll add the sounds. We'll call it. That's funny, Kevy. Okay. Almost done. Okay. That's in drafts. That's ready to go. Okay, we're gonna open Discord so we can download the sounds. Then we're gonna open Tickfinity to attach them to a gift. Probably gonna have to reset that thing at the top. We get some W's for Armine in the chat for clipping these.
Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'm beating him awfully badly.
Smart people don't like me.
Smart people don't like me is really good. Okay. We need recommendations for which gifts to attach them to. Let me see what options we have here. Alerts. Oh, I have to download them. Download them. Yes, my sound was the. I think that is from today, Ryan, or today or yesterday. It was very recent. Okay, so what do we have available here? Is Rock the Stage a temporary gift? How long has it been around? And the Sunday Bowl as well. You have Rock the Stage, Sunday Bowl, Give Me the Mic. Ooh, Give Me the Mic with the one where he's beating the guy off. That sounds pretty good. Okay, let's do Give Me the Mic and
I'm beating him awfully badly.
yeah, all right. Got that one. We need two more.
He's having sexual relationships with the boot.
You know what? I'm activating that one. I was on the fence because I thought it was a little bit risque, but you know what? That one's potato in Paris. Okay. I can't read it. I don't know if it's Lieutenant Balana or it Balana, but hi. I'm not sure how to read your name. I'm so sorry.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now,
I don't think we can
you
add that to
save
anything.
£50 per person.
And look at that guy, how handsome he is.
You need to look at that guy, how handsome. What gift do y'all think? So it's Lieutenant Balana. Okay. Star Trek reference. Got you. Star Trek is on my I'll watch this when I'm retired show. Yeah, retirement in this economy, literally. Okay, I mean, we could just go for now so that we could get the live started. We could just go for those two that I mentioned. The Rock the Stage and the Sunday Bowl. There's also something called the Super GG and the game controller. They're not attached to anything. Bow tie crown? What's a bow tie? Oh, the bow to full knot? For handsome? Okay, yeah. I like that one for handsome. Okay. And then we just need one more. The smart people one. This one, we got to make this one only $1 because I want to hear this a lot.
Smart people don't like me.
Oh, it's a lot of times to hear it. Yeah, I want people to know. We could do that one for likes. Every like.
Smart people don't like me. Smart people don't like me. Smart people don't like me.
Yeah, that won't get out of hand. 99-cent gift BRB. Okay. Then in the meantime, let me figure out how to reset that so that it has the new stuff. Action. Soundboard has dead ass become my vocal sim. You're not the only one. Yeah, wait till it becomes your text tone. And then wait until you start dating me. Like that's yeah, so before we started dating, her text tone was Obama. Like pop or rock stage, maybe. I think like pop is already something. So I love Tesla. Let's do rock the stage. Let's do rock the stage. Okay. Hey Violet. All right, so we should be able to update this thing now. Or maybe I should just off. See, the problem is that it's just not it's not resetting. I don't know how to reset it. Gallery. I don't know what the wheel is for. Yeah, like it's not adding any of the new stuff. Sorry, I'll give me a second. Your custom not anyway. Oh, what if we do customize? Turn that off for a second, y'all. I'm sorry. Adding what stuff on Streamlabs? So, like, I'm adding it on OBS. That, like, the banner thing that's swiping across this thing right here. I want it so that it shows the new GIFs that we just added, rather than whatever it's showing right now. I don't really know how to do that. No, it's not. Maybe if I X out. Try the old classic. Turn it off and turn it back on. That Dan coin raining down from the sky. There are so many. By the way, there are so many ways to gamify the live that, like, the Tickfinity platform, I guess, offers me, and I'm just like, I really, really, really don't want to rot everyone's brain this badly. Like, it's like you get a certain amount of coins for every tap, and then you could spend those coins to make a certain sound play. Like at some point, it's just too much. Gift over either gallery. Yeah, for some reason, this is the only one that doesn't have a the customized cogwheel is turned off. Do I have to delete it from my OBS? Maybe I have to delete it from my OBS. Okay. Can someone type in chat with 1400 height 280? All right, with 1400 height 280. Thank you. Now, let me customize. Still not letting me customize. Do I need to connect? Do I need to actually go live so that it's connected? This one's kind of cool. Don't think about this. It's the top gift, and it says like who sent it. That one's gonna be good because people will call me a grifter, which is good for the engagement. Where do we put it? Can I add a background? Oh, okay. Font. I can change the font. So this one I can customize really well. All right. Enable font border. Gift image opacity. Or background. Should I include the coin count or no? Gives me the option. Just the gift. Do we have the patience meter anymore? Nah, I'm always out of patience 1 now. There really no way to have a background here? Border color. Image up the opacity. I just want to have like a black background because my wall is white. Or should I put it right there? What time going live on TikTok? Want to make sure I don't miss it. I would say within the next 9 minutes. Right there, and then the like meter would be right underneath it. Y'all see that? I don't know if that's even seeable. Visible. I don't know. All right, that's the best. Now, that wasn't even what we were here for. We were. No, I don't think I would have to connect to TikTok because I also have the TikTok chat right here. Like I think it's right here once I start TikTok. And it lets me customize that in real time. Oh no, why is Yeah, the interaction slider for whatever reason is just locked. Why? Put up a dark poster. That would help, right? I could put it right there, but I'd have to make it really small. I could you know what I could do actually? Hold on. That's funny. Browser. Okay, who had my width and height? Okay, 1480. Do everybody for that. Above my shoulder. I think on TikTok chat's gonna cover that. The reality is the top gift, it's for TikTok to see. Like YouTube and Twitch, most people on YouTube and Twitch don't even know what TikTok gifts are. So like that's for the people on TikTok to see. That's why I like there's a bunch of cool places I could put it for TikTok and Twitch, or for YouTube and Twitch, but it's just kind of down so that they're behind Chrome tab, so that when I open source like that, I need that to be in front of the. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, here. There. What? Number of game overs. Eventually we'll play Mario again. Game capture. That's from Mario capture. Also for Mario. Don't need this. That. Put it above your shoulder. I fear that chat will cover that, right? Like, doesn't TikTok chat come over my face? Oh, what if I change the color of the font so that it's not the same color as the skull and crossbones? No, I didn't try it. Okay, hold on. Try that. The username color. 2. Pink. Okay. Not pink. Lighter pink. I do like. Doesn't chat come over my face? Oh my god, I can't say anything. Can't say anything. I used to be able to say, like when I was laughing a lot, I used to be able to say that this part of my face hurts, and then at 2 minutes. Oh shit. Okay. Um. Okay. How's that? I think that looks pretty good. You can make it a little bit bigger now. My screen is so cluttered. I should just get rid of the whole thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start the live. Okay. Talk. All right. And we are live on TikTok. Officially live on TikTok. We made it. I'm gonna post my video right now. While everyone funnels into TikTok. That's not the word I should. While everyone, no, not corral. When people are like coming into a a venue or something. Call that. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the taps. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, thank you. Okay, we're posting the video. Right now. Video posted. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for the heart, everybody. Okay, I lied. The video is 49% to posting. We're getting there. How is everybody doing on this Sunday night? We're trying to say Vance Boltner was a liberal. I don't know who Vance Boltner is. I'm supposed to know who that is. Why didn't Biden and the Dems release the files? Great question. So during Biden's presidency, the 4 years, the Epstein files were a part of an open investigation and those files were sealed until a judge would be able to unseal them. So that open investigation led to the prosecution of Ghislaine Maxwell. And when that open investigation was passed to the Trump administration, it was taken over by Kash Patel and Pam Bondi. I don't know if you remember this, but in the early months of Trump's administration, not a single Democrat was talking about the Epstein files. The reason that it became an issue was that they closed the investigation. That's why they closed the investigation and said, yeah, actually, there's nobody else to prosecute, and we're not going to release anything. And also, there was a list, but now there's no list, and there's nothing to see here. Also, if you question me about it, I don't want your support. And that's from Donald Trump himself. So that's the reason that it wasn't released under Biden, because under Biden, it was an open investigation. They closed the investigation and are covering up for the pedophiles. So I don't know why you guys are cool with that. It's a little weird, if you ask me. Charlie Kirk was not shot. Check my reposts. I think I'm good on the conspiracies right now. What's up, Prince? Thank you for the heart me's, everybody. We're gonna get started shortly. More voting on it. I mean, the Senate just voted like a day or two ago, and I mean, it was the simplest addition to the bill. It was release the Epstein files, redact the victims' names. The simplest. As long as you don't want children to be molested, you would have voted for it.
Thanks,
Unfortunately,
Obama.
Thank you, Sapito. Unfortunately, 51 Senate Republicans want to cover up for the child molesters. And anyone that doesn't see that is also covering up for the child molesters. Dan Malik, you see TPUSA is already selling merch? Of course. His wife took 2 days to make the decision. 2 days of grieving, and then we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep making money. 2 days. Absolutely insane. Here's about the files. People that care about children, believe it or not. If you think that Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were the only people that molested kids on that island, then either you are cool with child molestation, or you're so deep in Trump's ass that you're fine with justice not being served. Charlie Kirk cared about the files literally until Trump told him not to. Until Trump gave him the marching orders. Angelina, thank you for the, what is that? Live ranking crown. Thank you so much. Oh wait, it did update. The new sounds are in. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play them real quick for free so everybody knows what we got. So for Rock the Stage, we have
Smart people don't like me.
for Beautiful Crown, we have,
I mean, look at that guy, how handsome he is.
and for Gimme the Mic, we have
I'm beating him awfully badly.
Senators, 51 of them may be on the list or they were threatened. I mean, I would say it's certainly possible that they're on the list or are threatened, but like the fact that they're all Republicans, listen, I'm not going to be the type of person that says only Republicans are implicated. It's just that Republicans care more about protecting Donald Trump than they care about children. That's more. I'm not going to say all 51 of them are on the list. No shot. But all 51 of them do not give a fuck about justice for those kids. All right. Going to the next guest. Here we go. Or first guest, rather. If you're here for the first time, thank you so much for joining. We are live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday doing political debates, discussions, and fact checks. So if you like this content, drop a follow, tap the screen. Thank you all so much.
How dumb do you and your viewers feel right now?
Regarding what?
The evidence that's come out.
Regarding what?
Like, I'm just saying, how dumb do you guys feel?
You realize you're talking without context. We don't know what you're talking about.
How dumb do you feel, dude?
I don't feel dumb at all. Maybe explain it to us.
God, dude. You thought it was Nick Fuentes?
No, I didn't think it was Nick Fuentes. It was Tyler Robinson.
God, you guys
Pay attention to the news.
Stupid.
It was Tyler Robinson.
Every one of you guys.
Do you know who? It was Tyler Robinson. Do you know who Tyler Robinson is?
God.
Are you okay?
How do you guys get manipulated so easily?
Are you sentient? Like, you know, I'm saying words and you're just not replying to them.
Like, with such a low
Wait.
IQ,
Just say the word cookie
in everyday life?
Before I go to the next guest, I'm assuming you're a robot. Say the word cookie so I know you're a real person. They left. How are these people sentient? Well, that's not the question I meant to ask. These people aren't sentient. Thank you, Erica. Erica. All right, we're going to the next guest. Hopefully, we'll get someone with just a shred of sentience. Maybe the next guest can pass the Turing test. Hi, welcome up.
Yo, what's up? Can we talk about AB abortion? Can I can can I give you my causal argument?
Oh God, are you a debate bro?
Low key, I just started to get into AB debates.
All right.
I keep finding new arguments each day. I'm low key a chill guy,
I'm gonna be honest with you. But first of all, how old are you?
19.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Debate as a sport is not it. Okay, but the goal, at least for me, the goal when I do these debates is to either come to some sort of agreement or reveal to the people that are listening that the other side of the argument is wrong. But the reason I'm doing that is not to win or lose. It's to come to the truth. It's to spread the truth. And so when you're doing it for fun, it feels really icky, especially abortion debates between two people that don't have uteruses. Feels so strange to me.
Okay, so you think that we should not talk about AB because we are not men? No, because we are men, and it does not affect us. Is that your reasoning on why we should not talk about AB?
It's two things. One, I think that given that we aren't affected by abortion laws, I don't know why the two men would be talking about it. But two, usually when people come up and especially with what you said, like the causal argument or whatever, when people come up, it's almost like wanting to debate abortion because that is I guess the most philosophical of the political positions, and you guys do it for sport, and people's lives are actually at stake, and I don't feel comfortable debating that for sport.
Okay. The thing is, with my view of AB, people would not lose their lives. I would still grant medically necessary AB. I would just remove everything else. People would not lose their lives under my AB view. That's my thing.
Okay, great. So I know you don't know this because you're 19 and you're a debate bro, but even if you do that, you still create a chilling effect for any doctors that want to save a woman's life, because now there's legal red tape where a judge or jury might have to determine whether that abortion was medically necessary. And so a doctor might not be willing to perform it. And then we have situations like what we had with Amber Thurman and all the other women who have died due to sepsis because their doctors had to go through red tape.
I think that that should be not allowed. I think that the person who decides if it is medically necessary is the doctor and the doctor only.
Then that sounds like you should be pro-choice, right? Because the decision should be between a woman and her doctor. All right, we agree. I'm gonna go to the next guest. I'm so good on male debate bros coming up to talk to another male about abortion. It's so good. We're gonna go to the next guest. Hi, welcome up.
Hey, welcome.
Vote.
What the heck is that?
Travi sent a level up Sparks. Thank you, which has Obama makes Obama say "Don't boo vote."
Oh well, I appreciate you for letting me up here. I like your mustache. I think you and all your viewers are handsome and beautiful. So thank you. But how is Trump a bad president?
How is Trump a bad president?
Yes.
Okay. So, where do I begin? First of all, I personally think that nobody should be considered for the role of president when they orchestrated a coup against the government that they're becoming president for. That's first of all. But as president, if we just ignore everything from before January 20th, or everything before January 20th, as president, this man promised to lower grocery prices on day one, and not only did he not do that, but his erratic tariff policy, which is not endorsed by any economist. No economist agrees with blanket tariffs across all countries. That those policies are inflationary. So the idea that he's going to come in and he promises lower grocery prices and then just raises grocery prices, insane. He also, on day one, pardoned every single January 6er, including those that assaulted police officers. I personally think that the president should not be pardoning violent criminals just because they supported his insurrection. You want me to keep going?
Yes, keep going.
Okay. The president already made a fool of himself when he said that I underestimated Vladimir Putin's willingness to make peace, as if every single other politician hasn't known that this was a dictator that had no intention of making peace. We have his tax policy, where he said that he was going to lower the debt and lower the deficit, but he's adding trillions with the big, beautiful bill. And for what? Just mostly to cut taxes for the top 1%. We have his repeal of the Biden rule. There was a Biden rule that capped overcharge fees. Or what? No, sorry. What's the word? Overdraft fees. It capped overdraft fees, and he just removed that rule. He said, "Okay, this rule helps most Americans. I'm gonna remove it. So it just helps the bankers." Okay. He got rid of a Biden era rule that would have made it so medical debt does not appear on your credit report. That helps most Americans. He said, yeah, that's great, but Biden was a Democrat. I'm Donald Trump. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to know. They're in my ass, and they love me no matter what. I can shoot someone on Fifth Avenue, and I wouldn't lose any voters. So I'm going to make it so that their credit history will continue to include medical debt.
Good.
Everything.
Good.
Oh, good. Okay. Simp for the top 1%. That's fine. If you're not in the top 1% and you're simping for them, that's really weird. It's weird behavior. They're not going to fuck you, bro. Okay. So did I give you enough reasons? What's the...
I mean, not really. So the reason I voted for Trump was, this is a really big reason for why I voted Trump. And if he wasn't really about this, I would have probably voted Kamala if she had the same outlook. But, Kamala, right? Okay, but anyways, he is the most pro-Bitcoin president ever. Bitcoin went up 60% under him. I own about 15 Bitcoin. That's quite a lot. But all the other politicians, they're trying to put restrictions on Bitcoin. I can't stand that. Trump, he signed fucking bills for Bitcoin. And he's going to all these mixers about Bitcoin. I respect it.
What restrictions did Kamala want to put on Bitcoin?
Do you not know?
Yeah. Just so we're clear, by the way. Just so we're clear. You didn't know. You don't know. You're just assuming. Well, since Trump is, selling his own crypto and making money off of the morons, right? He's probably going to be better for Bitcoin. And you said, I'm going to sell my humanity. I am okay with the concentration camps. I'm okay with him covering up the Epstein list, him potentially being on the Epstein list. I'm okay with voting for an adjudicated sexual assaulter. I'm okay with voting for a felon, all because maybe my Bitcoin's going to go up. How do you look yourself in the mirror?
What do you mean?
You know that thing that's it's kind of like glass, but it's reflective?
Yeah?
Yeah, when you look at yourself, don't you feel disgusted that you threw away your humanity for the chance at some Bitcoin gains?
I mean, not really. You really don't understand, do you?
I think I laid out your position. You said you thought
let me elaborate.
Trump was going to lead to a rise in Bitcoin. When I asked you about Kamala's Bitcoin policy, you said, I don't know.
No, listen, old sport, listen.
Okay, you're not a real person.
What?
You called me old sport. This is not a real person. You're trolling.
No, I am a real person.
Yeah.
No, listen. No, dude. Bitcoin, I don't care, dude. Bitcoin, I like my wealth, dude. If my wealth is going to be taken away from me, that's not what I like.
Okay, going to the next guest. I don't got time for the trolls. Hi, welcome up.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up?
Dude, we've had the spectrum on here tonight. We've had a robot first. We had a debate, bro. We just had Kermit the Frog, and Dan, I hate to disappoint, but you got a friendly in me. All right? Listen, we got 500 people in here, 10K likes. Listen, that's 20 taps of the screen. Easy. Let's get to 50K. MAGA, I got to give you the call to action. You can't just let a liberal like me come up here and beat you to the podium. You got to come up here and defend why you are supporting the pedo-in-chief. Dan, have a great rest of your life, my friend.
Thank you, you as well. Y'all, that was just like when the person that scans your ticket at an airport says "Have a great flight," and then you say "Thanks, you too." Said "Have a great live," and I said "You too." Like, why are you the way that you are? Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're gonna go to the next guest. Here we go. For any of you that might be here for the first time, I appreciate you for being here. We're live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights doing political debates, political discussions, and fact checks. So if you like this content, drop a follow, tap the screen. For anybody who sent a gift or a sub, I really appreciate that. But the only thing I'm asking is just make sure you're following. Right next to my name, if you see a red oval that says follow, just tap that button. All right, going to the next guest. A moment of silence for the legend of Charlie Kirk. Hi, welcome up. Rugburn.
Now watch this drive.
Thank you, Brian.
Oh, I didn't mean to sign up.
Oh, no, you're good. A moment of silence. Legendary Charlie Kirk. Hang on. Hang on. We got a moment of silence here.
Listen, I got your.
What? Who said that? Who said that?
I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. Stupid.
No, not.
What's 9 plus 10?
Okay.
21.
I didn't expect.
Stupid.
I didn't know what to expect.
Hello.
Just so we're clear, I typed in.
I wanted to record a message for you.
I typed in. I typed in meme stim song, and I got the ultimate autistic vocal stim compilation. I don't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect, rather. You know, I'm good on that. All right. Where are we going with this? Going to the next guest is where we're going with this. Go. Next guest. Do the Aztec death whistle. All right, next time I see the comment, I'll pull that up. Hi, welcome up.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. All right, before we get started in this debate, I think we could both agree this is the one to do it.
Could you speak a little bit more clear into the mic?
Oh, sorry, buddy. Can you hear me now?
That's way better. Thank you.
Gotcha. So I was saying, buddy, that before we get started in this debate, I would like for both of us to have 25 seconds of silence for Charlie Kirk.
I'm good on that. You can be silent for 25 seconds if you want.
All right, starting now.
I'm gonna give him as many moments of silence as he gave to all the school children that he advocated for their deaths. That's the amount of moments of silences I'm gonna give him. When he says that he's okay with some amount of gun deaths per year to protect his Second Amendment right to own guns, yeah, I'm good on that. This is the first school shooting that Republicans have cared about. So yeah, I will give him the amount of moments of silence that he gave for the Sandy Hook children.
Well, look, buddy, I don't think he was doing anything when Sandy Hook happened.
Okay, but when he constantly advocates for zero gun legislation, even though a majority of Americans are for common sense gun legislation like universal background checks and red flag laws, it's clear that he is pushing for more dangerous policies. So why would I honor him in death? It makes no sense.
Look, buddy, he was slain by a radical left Democrat. This is why you Democrats would never.
All right, you're trolling. This is the troll chat. Wait, well, all we got is trolls. MAGA never requests up anymore because they can't defend the indefensible, unfortunately.
Buddy, do this sound like a troll to you?
Yeah.
Just because I don't sound like the rest of my Republican colleagues don't mean I'm a troll. Now, all I did is ask you to respect the death of a father, a father, brother, son, and great man to this country, and you couldn't even do that. You Democrats are something else.
I mean, we can't. I'm gonna treat his death in the same way that Donald Trump Jr. treated the assault on Paul Pelosi. Before we even knew if the man survived having his skull bludgeoned in by a hammer, he was tweeting out Halloween costumes. Oh, I'm gonna dress up as Paul Pelosi for Halloween. They didn't give a fuck. Why should I?
Because that was done by a radical left Democrat.
Do you have any evidence of that?
Yeah, so if you go on Fox News and you type in Nancy Pelosi's husband, it will tell you.
All right, this is a person. We're not. This is like Rose shaving his balls on live. We're gonna go to the next cast.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Thank you, Hector. It's been so long since we've heard one of those. Thank you so much.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
So, how do you feel about the people celebrating?
So I personally think celebrating is a little bit too far. However, I'm not going to judge anybody who's celebrating because I recognize that I wasn't one of the main groups that were being targeted by this man, whose lives were made worse by this man. So, like, while I'm not celebrating, I'm also not going to criticize anybody that chooses to.
Well, I think if the people who are celebrating, it just kind of shows, lack of empathy.
Well, empathy is only afforded to people who are capable of empathy, right? Like, in fact, to honor Charlie Kirk, we should honor his wishes. He said empathy was a weakness. All right, so we got the guy shaving his balls. This guy's peeing. I think we might be done with gas chat. What life was made worse by Charlie Kirk? Trinice. Great question. Charlie Kirk, as he was dying, his final words were demonizing the trans community and dog whistling about the black community.
Obama.
I'm going to show you some of his greatest hits, Trinice. Let's go through them. This is the man that they want us to have empathy for.
Smart people don't like me.
Thank you so much, Adela. Are we on Omegle? No, literally. This is the man that they want us to have empathy for. Okay? This right here. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. If you're a WNBA pot-smoking black lesbian, do you get treated better than a United States Marine? Happening all the time in urban America, prowling blacks. Yes, he said prowling blacks. Go around for fun to go target white people. That's a fact. It's happening more and more. Is that a fact, Trinice? Are there prowling blacks looking to target white people? Biden said similar stuff 50 years ago. You want me to denounce Biden 50 years ago? Watch this. Biden said bad things 50 years ago. Words don't make your life worse? I'm sorry. When words lead to actions, then yes, they do. This is something that we witnessed over the era of Trump. When Donald Trump decided to start calling COVID-19, he was calling it China virus and Kung flu. We saw a 50% increase in hate crimes to Asian Americans. When the right started to spend millions of dollars, hundreds of millions, $215 million in the last election cycle on anti-trans rhetoric, we saw an increase in hate crimes against trans people. Now, I know you don't care about that stuff. But people on the right refuse, no matter what. They refuse to look at the causal links. It's like the people in power with large platforms are spreading hate towards groups, and those groups are being actively harmed. You'll be like, yeah, but did he tell them to be actively? Like, I know you can't process that. But it is the reality. And you know what? You don't even have to take my words for it. You don't even have to take my words. Take Charlie Kirk's words for it. Take his words. See if I can find it. 1 second. Know what I'm talking about? No, the one with Tim Walz. Walz one. God, I have too many. I'm blowing this chat. Kirk Walz. Okay. Give me a second, chat. Yeah. Could have been scrubbed. No. It was a screenshot. Oh, I got it. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not on my game. I should have had that tab open. Second here. Okay. So this is Charlie Kirk's words. The late Charlie Kirk. This was on the day that Minnesota Rep Hortman, her husband, and her dog were brutally murdered in a political assassination. Tim Walz has reportedly backed out, but he was slated to headline the Twin Cities No Kings protest today. Total shocker that smearing a duly elected president who won an overwhelming electoral mandate as a fascist or a king leads to violent political radicalization. So you have two options here. You can either admit that stochastic terrorism is a thing and someone's words can lead to violence, or admit that Charlie Kirk is willing to use the death of innocent people to spread hate. It's one of the two, Trinice, right? You have to pick one of those two. Because in Charlie's mind, Tim Walz's words, and I want to see their comment real quick. I want to see their response, Neely, real quick. In Charlie's mind, Tim Walz's words led to the deaths of Hortman. So which is it? Is Charlie using the deaths of innocent people to spread hate? Or is it that there's no way someone's words can lead to political violence? Like, oh, wait. What are you even saying? So Trinice was implying that words can't hurt anyone, right? So when I say that Charlie Kirk made a lot of people's lives worse, no, Trinice, you're not allowed to dodge that question. There are two options. It's either someone's hateful words can lead to violence, or Charlie Kirk used the deaths of innocent people to spread hate. Those are your only two options. You are not allowed to dodge this question. Which is it? Because he said, Trent, you have the same question. Is it that Charlie Kirk was using his words, the death of innocent people, to spread hate? Or is that words can lead to political violence? You have to pick one. You can't have both. All right, we're going to go to the next guest. If Trinice doesn't answer, mute her.
I'm 22.
Hi, welcome up.
Yeah, so to answer your question, he supposedly used the innocent people.
Okay.
But words can't hurt anybody, so.
Well,
because
I'm going to give you credit. Trinice is literally willing to dive into the ocean of cognitive dissonance, rather than answer the question. So I'm gonna go to you in 1 second. Neither people that lack self-control and morals lead to violence. Then why did Charlie Kirk say that Tim Walz led to violence? You just said words can't. Why? Trinice, you can't do that. You need to pick one. Right now, your cognitive is dissonancing. I will not allow you to continue to spread hate in my comments until you at least enter reality. This person I'm probably going to disagree with, but at the very least, they picked one of the two. You can't live in a reality where both are okay, are not true. Charlie Kirk said Tim Walz caused the death of Hortman. So is it that Charlie Kirk is using the death of innocent people? Or is it that words can lead to political violence? It's one of the two, or you're just not living, your prefrontal cortex is not functioning. Okay. Trent, what's up?
I feel as if we are not putting attention on how the supposed suspect is doing this for fun and giggles, and it's becoming a trend to where people think that they can just go up in their bedroom, pick up something, and go do something like this and think it's funny. Because, for example, in comparison, when the whole Luigi thing was going on, at least he had like a manifesto and he explained why he did
When the
it.
what thing? I'm sorry, you're talking very low. When the what thing went on?
When the United Healthcare fiasco happened, the perpetrator had reasons behind it, right? This person, he just did it for funny and put memes on the castings thinking that it was funny. Like, I don't get why we're glossing over that people are doing this just to get sensationalism and clicks and likes.
I think this is a really good point. I'm going to respond to it in a second. First, I'm going to respond to Yizo in chat. Yizo said, let the man rest in peace. This is insane. I will let him rest in the same peace that he let George Floyd rest in. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to treat his death, which was unfortunate, in the same way that he treated the death of George Floyd. Okay. Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think these online groups that treat life and death like a joke are a problem. And what you just said, this killer did in fact probably do this for notoriety and memes. And that's horrifying to think about. That's like really scary to think about. So I don't disagree with you.
Right. And so when I see people making fun of, I think he's like the FBI director, when he has to say those lines out, it's horrifying because if we're sitting here treating life as in some type of Reddit meme, then I mean the next person will do the same thing for memes and jokes. And here's the thing, the suspect isn't even going to be able to hear the reactions because he's going to be in jail. So why would you even do that in the first place, in my opinion?
Well, usually people like this are not all that sharp up there, you know, so they might not think about this stuff. But in the year 2025, like, this person will know what they're getting. Just like Luigi Mangione, who got letters, there's going to be people sending this guy letters too. Probably less, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just very unclassy, distasteful, because back then when people were doing that, yeah, there was sociopaths, there was something wrong with them, but they had like elaborate notebooks reasoning as to why they believe. Like, we can kind of see why they see things some way, right? Here it's just it's funny, and it's just, we shouldn't be doing that. The other thing that I also have an issue with is there's power in the people, not in Charlie Kirk. So people platformed Charlie Kirk to get this big. So it's kind of the people's fault that this happened. It's not Charlie Kirk's fault that this happened.
I mean, I'm not even at the point where I'm willing to blame Charlie Kirk that this happened. When you say that this happened, I think it's a combination of factors. I think it's a combination of easy access to guns. I think it's a combination of radicalization online by communities like the Groypers. I think it's a combination of the fact that Charlie Kirk constantly spreads hate. I think it's a lot of things. It's not just one thing.
Well, we can't really blame guns for this issue, because if someone wants to commit a crime with a gun, they will, like, no matter what gun control.
That's not true. You could look at any country that has implemented gun control, like Australia, for example. What you just said is not true. You don't even have to look at other countries. You can look at our country in the 90s. We did the assault weapons ban, and that led to a massive drop in gun deaths. Like, I know there's this fantasy that, oh, if a criminal wants to do a mass shooting, they'll get a gun. You know how much an AR-15 costs in Australia? Like over 20 grand on the black market.
Yeah, but America's made to get easy access for it.
That's why we passed the gun legislation, so that it is not easy access. That's the point. You found it, like the point smacking you in the face. Sergio, thank you for the $2. I sent you something about Charlie Kirk on Instagram. Not sure if you're gonna like it though. Oof. Okay.
Okay.
When will the host denounce lies and misinformation here on TikTok? I denounce lies and misinformation on TikTok. There you go. Kip Snook, I just did it. You don't have to ask when. I just did it. I denounce lies and misinformation on TikTok. I think that the White House official TikTok account should be banned. I agree.
And then, as the last thing is, I don't think Charlie Kirk should be receiving military treatment because he didn't serve in the military. I don't know why he's being on that Force 2. That's kind of a waste of tax dollars, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, agree with that. I think the fact that Charlie Kirk, Trump had flags flown at half mast for Charlie Kirk, but not for John McCain, who was a literal war hero, says plenty. So.
Right.
All right.
And then I guess for last, we shouldn't be harassing Charlie Kirk because
We
he
can't.
be here.
Bro's gone.
Well,
we can't harass him.
He's being
Not harassable.
harassed.
Immune from
he's
harassment.
He's not here to defend himself.
Okay.
Do you think it's appropriate to harassify somebody who was victimized?
How am I harassing him? He's not alive. He doesn't exist on the plane that I'm on.
He's not here to defend himself.
He's not here. I don't understand. You can't harass somebody that doesn't exist. Gone.
It's not on the same even playing field.
I agree with you that he cannot speak to us anymore. He can't spread his hate anymore. I'm just so lost on what you're asking of people here. You're saying like, don't jump up 40 feet in the air. It's like, yeah, we can't do that. It's like, don't harass Charlie Kirk. We can't.
They take
do that.
in the geese.
He's not, unless there's another guy named Charlie Kirk. We can't harass Charlie Kirk. He's dead.
Well, what I'm saying is you shouldn't be shocked to be fired in the morning when you do these things because no one should be harassified like that.
Wait, are you saying? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try to piece together what on earth are you saying that people shouldn't celebrate his death? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I believe in freedom of speech, and so people can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm not celebrating his death, but I'm damn sure not mourning it.
What is freedom of being fired?
Freedom of being fired. All right. You have any other words of wisdom before we go to the next guest?
Just watch what you say on the internet because you can be fired the next day. That's why there's a website up for people like this. That's all I have to say.
Are you threatening people?
I'm not threatening anyone. I'm saying that there is a website where you'll be fired for harassing Charlie Kirk.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Oh, that guy left. I didn't even kick him. Why are all the guests so fucking weird today? Can we talk about this? So weird. It's not even like they're not even the worst. We've had really like disgusting guests. Like these are just weird people.
Oh, wait, I'm peeing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're good.
Thank you, Whitney.
They're there. I'm peeing. I'm sorry. I'm peeing. I'm peeing. I can't stop peeing. I'm so sorry. I'm wetting myself.
You maxed out all the MAGAs. Yeah, like they just keep coming up here and harassifying me. It's getting out of hand. All right, Sergio sent me something on Instagram and he said he's not sure if I'm going to like it. So let me see. Okay. We're not watching this on live. We're not watching that on live. Okay. Thank you for the $2, Sergio. This is spreading terrible hate. I agree. Charlie's words did spread terrible hate. I 100% agree. When he said, if I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder if she is there because of her excellence or because of affirmative action. When he says that black women in positions of power do not have the brain processing power to be taken seriously, I do agree. That does spread hate. When he says that America was at its peak when we halted immigration for 40 years and we dropped our foreign-born percentage to its lowest level ever, absolutely hateful rhetoric here. I totally agree. This one I don't know how anyone can defend. The American Democrat Party hates this country. They want to see it collapse. They love it when America becomes less white. So he is saying that the collapse of the United States is caused by America becoming less white. Can anyone come up here and call that anything but racist? Just this part right here. The collapse of America is synonymous with America becoming less white. What is that other than spreading hate? All right, we're going to go to the next guest. Lots of MAGA whining in chat.
Hey, Dan, what's going on?
How's it going?
Hey, so earlier when that last guest was up, the panel was feeling a little bit more open. I don't know if you're getting back on topic or not. If you are, I'm probably not the one to speak on the topic that you're looking for. What are you going for here?
Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Oh, well, come back when we have no guests, if that's okay.
10-4.
All right, thank you. Yeah, MAGA all in their feelings over one gunshot victim, but not the thousands of children. Okay, I want to answer this from Joe. What are you trying to achieve from this other than spreading hate? This is what I want to achieve, okay? So I want the Republican Party and people on the right to stop trying to blame gun violence on marginalized communities when most gun violence, especially in terms of mass shootings, are committed by white guys. I want American citizens to tell Republicans that we want justice for the children that were raped on Epstein Island and release the Epstein files. And I want Donald Trump to either apologize. I know this is a joke, but apologize for going in front of 370 million people and blaming the radical left before we even had a suspect, or call out the radical right, who have committed more political violence than the radical left. That's the goal of this. Now, if you're wondering what the goal is of using Charlie Kirk's words to remind everybody about who he is, I want to make sure that the right cannot do to him what they did to Ashley Babbitt, which is rewrite history. We have Ashley Babbitt receiving a military honor funeral when she attempted to overthrow the United States government. I want everyone to remember this man for who he was. Thank you, Whitney, for the woolly hat. We're going to the next guest. Radical left is just as bad as radical right. No, Joe, the problem is that the numbers don't bear that out. The numbers do not bear that out. The Democratic state rep, Hortman, in Minnesota, was murdered. Her husband, and her dog were murdered by the radical right. The person who sent pipe bombs to Obama and Biden's homes was the radical right. The men who wanted to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer, radical right. The man who murdered Esther Salas' son, radical right. The guy who set Josh Shapiro's house on fire, radical right. The guy who tried to kidnap Nancy Pelosi, and when she wasn't there, he beat her husband's head in with a hammer, radical right. So, yeah, there probably is a radical left that is dangerous, but they're not the problem right now. Like that's not the issue that we're talking about. The issue right now is the radical right. And when Donald Trump wants to not only ignore it, but try to scapegoat the left, it's insane. Let's not forget that the people that chanted "Hang Mike Pence" on January 6th were the radical right. Even the assassination attempt on Trump was a right-winger. Radical right and the nihilistic youth. Yeah, it sounds like a Harry Potter title. Radical right and the nihilistic youth. Okay, going to the next guest. Both attempts. I don't remember anything about the second attempt, to be honest. Thank you, Whitney. Conservatives need to address their alt-right problem. Absolutely. Even Tyler's a Trumper? No, he is not a Trumper. He's actually further right than Trumpers.
Yo, what's up?
Hi, welcome up.
Off topic, you should do a kickflip real quick. It would be sick.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
I'm gonna do that. So what's up? Oh, and they left. Bro, have these guys heard of Netflix? Like, this is really how they spend their time? All right, go to the next guest. For the right is the radical Trump, not Trumpers. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why it says when will Trump denounce the radical right? But all the other ones I mentioned were Trump supporters, just so we're clear. Hi, welcome up.
Q. So you went through the radical right political violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go through the radical left political violence?
Yep.
There's none?
No, there's one. I'm pretty sure the guy that shot Steve Scalise at the Republican baseball game was on the left. But other than that,
Turn off the lights.
thank you, Abubbo. Other than that, there was like what 1 to 20.
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, nice.
Like end of list. That's it.
Nice. Okay. When did you start doing debates on this platform?
No, get those lights off.
August of 2024.
Why'd you start doing them?
I mean, I don't know if your question's in good faith, but there's two main reasons. Number one was that once Biden dropped out,
I am the chosen one.
Thank you, Whitney. Thank you, Alter Ego. Once Biden dropped out and Harris was in the race, and I saw that polling started to even out, and there was actually a chance because I was pretty nihilistic at the time, looking at Biden and Trump's numbers. But once I saw that there was actually a chance, I really wanted to get Kamala elected. But the second reason, and really the main reason I started going live, was that I was feeling gaslit by America because of how few people knew about the fake elector plot. The idea that the former president of the United States tried to remain in power by gathering fake electors and then pressuring his vice president Mike Pence to select those fake electors, so that even though he lost the election by 7 million votes, he would remain in power, and he almost got his vice president hanged in this process, and still to this day has not conceded that election. The idea that that guy not only won the Republican primary but was polling to win the election, I needed to get out there and spread the word. Those are the two main reasons that I started going live.
So okay, cool. So what does that have to say about the Democratic Party that Trump was elected again?
I think it has more to say about the Republican Party, no?
No, I don't.
Okay, the Republican Party voted for a felon who was found civilly liable for raping a woman and tried to overthrow the government. And you're trying to blame the Democratic Party? I'm lost here.
Well, obviously, there's people in the middle that go either way depending on the election. So why did the Democratic Party lose all of these voters that they previously had?
Okay, that's a good question. First of all, how many voters do you think they lost?
Well, I know there's less people that voted, so I guess technically they didn't lose votes, but
no, they did lose some actually.
Yeah,
it was
if you
about
look at percentages of every area.
Yeah, so Harris received 3 million fewer
Sexual
votes.
relationships with the boot.
Thank you, Whitney. Harris received 3 million fewer votes than Biden. The reason I asked this question is that there are a lot of people that just off day one before all the votes were counted, clocked the number, which was like 20 million, and then have been spreading it for the past 5 years. I wanted to see if you were one of those people. But yeah, so it was 3 million fewer votes. Please stop spamming in chat. It's okay. You can say Trump and rip Charlie and whatever you want, but just say it like once. Thank you. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Also, 90 million people didn't vote. That had contributed to it. But anyway, the main reasons I think that. Thank you, Jay Noah. The main reasons I think that Democrats lost votes are number one, a not as hard of a stance against Israel as a lot of Democrats would have liked. Now, I still think this is kind of like a silly thing in regards to voting in the election because the opponent wanted to turn Gaza into a parking lot, but it did affect some people on the left and their votes. But number two, and based on the data, likely the biggest reason is that the every single incumbent candidate and party lost seats or lost their whole elections during that election cycle because of global inflation caused by the after effects of COVID. Basically, humans have a logical fallacy known as correlation equals causation, whereas they saw prices going up and assumed somehow that was Biden or Harris or Democrats' fault, when in reality it was mostly just the after effects of the policies that were needed to protect us from a recession during the global pandemic. So that's most of the reasons, and that's also borne out in the polling now. If you look at polling among independents, it's tanked for Trump. The independents' support for Trump tanked since the election because most independents didn't vote for him for the main Republican stuff like the mass deportations or whatever. Most independents voted for him for lower prices, and it became clear that when he said, "I'm going to lower grocery prices on day one," he meant I'm going to do really stupid tariff policies that will eventually raise grocery prices. He lost a lot of that support. So
got it. I mean, the things he said he was going to do, he did do.
He did not lower grocery prices on day one. He did not release the Epstein files. He did not end any of the wars. He
said he was going to put in tariffs. He said he was going to do mass deportations. He did those things.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, on the tariffs, he did and didn't and did and didn't and did and didn't. He kept going back and forth, back and forth. But yes, the one promise he kept was the mass deportations. That was the one promise. That promise also happened to be a really bad promise for America. So, I mean, I don't know how else to do that. Also, he didn't even actually. I take that back. He did not keep the promise because the way he's doing it isn't even how you should be doing it. He's using a law, the Alien Enemies Act, which essentially makes it so that Whitney, thank you so much for the travel in the USA. Essentially makes it so that we're declaring all of these countries enemies because of foreign immigration. Like he literally is not legislating at all as president.
Got it.
So, like, he's failed in pretty much every way. He's not a good leader. He's only ruling in terms of executive orders outside of the big, beautiful bill, which also is not good for the country because he promised that he would lower the deficit and lower the national debt. But the big, beautiful bill adds $4 trillion to the national debt.
Got it.
All right.
And I have two more things. One thing. If it wasn't for Charlie Kirk, do you think all of these left-wing people would be on TikTok debating all of these people?
I don't think Charlie Kirk was even on TikTok. So, yeah.
No, but he started that platform of debating and putting it on YouTube.
That was Ben Shapiro, if anything. If we're going to accredit it to any right-wing loser, it's going to be probably Ben Shapiro before Charlie Kirk. But, yeah, no, I still think people would be debating on the right and the left regardless of Charlie Kirk. He's not as important as people make him out to be.
Yeah, but people on the left were never doing things like this until the past 2 years, probably, I would say.
Okay. So the second biggest debater, the second biggest left-wing debater on this platform, I can only speak for Parker because I don't remember when Deed started. Parker started like 6 years ago, not 2 years ago. So, yeah.
Started 6 years ago on this app.
Yeah. Or no, he didn't start on this app. He started in like Omegle and shit. But it had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk.
I would be surprised if that was true.
I love Kessler.
Okay. I mean, do you think I just made that up? Like, I was, let me come up with a lie about Parker.
I'm saying.
But what about Destiny? Yeah, that's a fair point. Love him or hate him, Destiny's been debating left-wing politics for 12 years now, some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm saying,
it's
but
not
this
Charlie
big
Kirk.
boom is because of probably Charlie Kirk and people wanting to go back at him.
I get what you're saying, but it's not rooted in reality. You're just like wrong about that. You're just incorrect.
How is it not rooted in reality? Parker was obsessed with Charlie Kirk. He would follow him around to debate him.
No, okay,
that is true.
No, obsessed with Charlie Kirk is saying something.
He followed Charlie Kirk to locations to debate him.
Okay, so this was something that happened.
Is that not true?
No, it's not. He didn't follow him around. That's not true.
Oh, he didn't go to his location.
He did go to certain events. Yeah,
exactly.
But I mean, is that a problem that a college student went to a college? Like, what the real question is, why is a 31-year-old going to colleges debating students? That's the real question. No,
it's a good way for him to push what he wants to push.
Oh, okay. So, and then why are you criticizing Parker for doing that?
I'm not. I'm just saying that
you are actually. That's exactly what you're doing.
I think all of these people on this app talking shit about Charlie Kirk, when I think the main reason a lot of these people are on this app or even have a platform is because of Charlie Kirk. You know how big of a platform Charlie Kirk gave Parker by even giving him the time of day?
I'm sorry. He's not gonna fuck you, bro. He's gone. It's over. You do not have to be Charlie Kirk's #1 soldier. He did not lead. He did not lead to Parker and Dean and good trouble. He did not. I'm sorry.
Honestly, that's just fucking weird that you would even say that. You're actually a weird person.
I mean, you're trying to attribute all of debate TikTok to Charlie Kirk.
You realize you're actually a fucking weird person?
Yeah.
You're a fucking weird person, dude. Who would say that? And the right's weird?
You're getting really defensive about that.
Look at what because you're just fucking weird.
Did I hit a nerve with that one?
Buddy, do you see yourself? Why are you?
I mean, you were filleting Charlie for the past 10 minutes. The moment I pointed out, you crash out.
You're 45 years old on TikTok debate. How old are you?
I'm taken. So please don't ask any personal questions.
You say he's 31 on college campuses. How old are you?
I'm 35. Again, taken. I'm not interested.
What's the main group on TikTok if you had to go demographic age-wise? What do you think the #1 group is? Age.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably college-age people. So you're just doing the same thing behind a camera.
Okay, so are you going to start filleting me now, or it's just Charlie? Is it a Charlie exclusive thing?
You're saying he's sitting on college campuses debating kids, but you're just doing the same exact thing behind a screen. So
I was pointing out. No, I need you to understand something really quick.
It's the same thing. You're just pointing shit on, so you don't even know.
Okay. Just I get that you like talking over me so that I can't like debunk you. I was pointing out that you were criticizing Parker.
You're a fucking loser, buddy.
Yeah, I was pointing out that you were criticizing Parker, and that's a runner chat. We have a runner in the chat. So I didn't open the conversation by saying Charlie's 31 debating college kids. What a weirdo. You were criticizing Parker, saying that he was going to colleges to debate people. And so I said, Parker is college aged.
Why are you running?
Why aren't you criticizing Charlie for being 31 going to colleges to debate people? The reason is that you are really obsessed with Charlie Kirk and you lost that obsession. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. I get that he was an important part of your life, probably shaped your personality and maybe even the way your gums look. I don't know. But
why are you running?
The idea that Charlie started all of left-leaning debate talk is just wrong. It's not rooted in reality. You can think that it's fine. It's not like this isn't even a serious topic. Like we're talking about something not important. But yeah, the fact that you ran is wild. Thank you, Renee, for the garland. Thank you.
Smart people don't like me.
Thank you, Ange, for the rock the stage. Thank you. Is it a Bobo? Abby. Thank you, Abby, for the garland. Thank you, Fufu, for the garland. Okay. Let's go to the next guest here. I never even heard of Charlie Kirk before, like a year ago. Yeah, they're talking about him like he was this massive cultural leader. Like, don't get me wrong, he indoctrinated a bunch of young white incels, but his legacy is not going to live on. Okay, the legacy of racism, unfortunately, will live on because we live in the United States. But we're not going to be talking about Charlie Kirk for much longer. All right, we're going to go to our next guest real quick. Go. This is why they need to get out of their bubble. Yeah, for real. He'll be forgotten soon. He'll be forgotten just like Herman Cain. Buddy, you are all in a bubble. No. Listen, I come out of my bubble all the time because I need to know what you guys are talking about. This is what Charlie Kirk was saying. America was at its peak when we halted immigration for 40 years and we dropped our foreign-born percentage to its lowest level ever. So, first of all, at its peak, for who? Like, who is that? What population was at their peak? And then we talk about the American Democrat Party hates this country. They want to see it collapse. They love it when America becomes less white. Why would America becoming less white lead to the collapse of the country? Like, how can you defend this as a non-racist? Just so we're clear, by the way, I'm not okay with what happened to Charlie Kirk. But Charlie Kirk was okay with what happened to Charlie Kirk. He said, I think it's worth it to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. America has freedom of religion, of course, but we should be frank, large dedicated Islamic areas are a threat to America. Why would he say that? There's no evidence of that. We haven't had any mass shooters come from Dearborn, Michigan. Why would he say this? What about this one right here? If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. If you're a WNBA pot-smoking black lesbian, do you get treated better than a United States Marine? So I'm going to give some context on this one because the context makes it worse. So this was in reference to the United States negotiating for the release of Brittany Griner from Russian prison. And so the idea was that we negotiated too much to get her back. And he was saying, if you're a WNBA pot-smoking black lesbian, do you get treated better than a United States Marine? So I understand if you want to cast aspersions because of use of a certain plant. I get, you can maybe defend that. What does her being a black lesbian have to do with anything? Are there no black lesbian Marines? Why did he bring up her race or her sexual orientation? Why would he bring that up? Alaskan, thank you so much for the $5. I need a Trump supporter to explain to me how the economy is doing so much better, but yet the government may shut down. Explain that because it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, outside of the stock market, I'm pretty sure the economy is not doing better in like any metric. It's the jobs added has been shrinking. The GDP has been shrinking. He said, of course, she should be released. I hope you understand that that does not change the fact that he brought up her being a black lesbian to foment hate. There is zero reason to include that to make his point. His point is trying to say that she shouldn't have been treated as well as a Marine should have been treated. And if you want to say the reason is because she's in the WNBA or because she smokes pot, maybe I could get behind that. Maybe. Why is her being black or her being a lesbian a reason to not treat her as well as the Marines? That's what I want to know. The answer is he's fomenting hate. He knows his audience hates black people, hates the LGBTQ community, and so he's spreading this ideology. That's the reason. Frank, thank you for the $2. I'm a radical leftist. Whenever talked about Charlie Kirk, we thought he was a doofus who debated college kids. We didn't want him unalived. He was a clown. I feel like you might have sent this yesterday, but thank you, Frank, for the $2. Okay. That's why they went straight to threatening HBCUs. Yeah. How racist do you have to be while you're alive that the moment you're dead, your fans start calling in bomb threats to historically black universities and colleges before we have a suspect? Go to our next guest. Hi, welcome up.
Hey Dan.
What's going on?
I just wanted to tell you that one caller before the last one, he is correct. I seen that they are. Oh, what are they doing? They are firing like teachers and firefighters. If they have seen anything on posts about the Charlie Kirk bullcrap.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Yep.
All right. Thank you for coming up.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Yeah. Just a quick reminder, John McCain was a war hero, and Donald Trump did not fly flags at half-mast for him. Charlie Kirk, podcaster, half-mast.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
What's going on, Dan? Hey, so a few minutes ago, I'm trying to remember that guy's name. He was the nut job you accused of filacing and shit. That was really funny, by the way. But y'all talked briefly about the Mike Pence v. Charlie Kirk half-mast, that whole thing. And the first time it was brought up, I noticed you kind of like you spoke on it a little bit, but let it slide. But what I think you missed an opportunity there, because the right holds this idea of like love thy country, celebrate the things that somebody did in service for our country, and da 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 da. And so we as a country hold that with a very, very high regard. So for Charlie to have just gotten that out of the blue and never being connected to service or any of those other things, regardless of how you felt about him, it really was a smack in the face. And I felt like you just kind of had missed that opportunity in the heat of the moment to kind of touch on that, because the right, more so than the left, I think, holds that military tradition with a higher regard, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, when the right was okay with doing military honors for Ashley Babbitt after she literally broke her duty to the Constitution and attempted a coup, insurrected against this country, it's clear that that point would fly right past them.
Nice. I'll give you some. Yeah, I'll give you.
Yeah, like they were okay with pardoning people that not only rioted against the United States but assaulted police officers. They have no moral integrity. Right? They say they back the blue, but only the blue that.
And it's when it fits the narrative.
Fits the narrative, yeah.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So, also, being the Israel situation is really, really what leans me more left than anything. I like to think of myself on the right, but fairly close to the middle. Israel, I'm all the way left on. There's no question about it. I take it you are somewhat agreeable on that. How do we undo the situation that we're in? How do we fix this with Israel?
So I think the bigger issue here, or the overarching issue, is the way elections are funded in this country. The reason I say that is that Israel right now, a lot of people talk about Israel and their influence, or the influence that the Israeli lobby has on the government, which in a lot of ways is true, of course. But we don't talk about the influence that the United Arab Emirates has on our politics. And they're also funding a genocide in Sudan. That doesn't get as much press. These are both issues, as well as corporations that will lobby, that lead to higher cancer rates with pollution, or with in terms of deregulation. Like all this stuff, all of this connects to money in politics, to the way they're able to funnel billions of dollars into these elections thanks to the Citizens United ruling. So I would say the way we solve the Israel issue is by solving the money and politics issue. But for that specifically, we already are seeing like a big shift within the Democratic Party establishment. We just had 27 Democratic senators. I think there's 46 senators total, Democratic senators. We had 27 of them vote to pull funding for weapons for Israel. That's huge versus the 0 Republicans. Santana
Israel's
raid.
Definitely got Israel has a better hold of the conservative community than they do the left by far.
Welcome, Santana Raiders. Hi, everybody.
Do you think that's agreeable?
Well, yeah, of course, because you have like most of the lobbies for Israel, believe it or not, are not like foreign lobbies. Like AIPAC is an American lobby. Most Zionists are Christians, are evangelical Christians. So
right, Christian connection, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, Israel is gonna be backed by Republicans more because more Republicans are Zionists by virtue of more Republicans being evangelical Christians. But the reality is, I want to end all the genocides that we're funding, whether it's Israel and their genocide in Gaza, or whether it's the UAE funding the genocide in Sudan.
Sure. And hey, for the record, if I'd have known that there's also a genocide in Sudan, I'd also be against that. I don't know anything about it. Didn't know.
No, most people don't. And the Congo as well is another situation that nobody talks about. And in a lot of ways, it's just because like tragedies in Africa are less covered by the media in the West.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say take the money out of politics, and that maybe I missed more of your message, but what does that actually look like? Because everybody wants to take money out of politics.
Ooh, wait. When you say everybody, who is everybody?
Wait. Working class wants money out of politics. Thank you for stopping me on that.
Right. So I mean, what it looks like right now is by making sure that Republicans don't win elections, because it's the Republican Supreme Court that had the Citizens United ruling, right? Also, the Republican Supreme Court that took away a woman's right to make her own healthcare decisions, and made it so that with the what was the ruling, chat, where judges can now interpret like environmental regulations so that corporations can pollute more. I can't remember what the name of that ruling was. Was it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exxon? No. Exxon, yeah, the Exxon ruling, like all Chevron deference. Thank you. It was Chevron. Most of the disastrous rulings in the past 40 years have been by a Republican-led or a conservative-led Supreme Court. So we start by stopping the bleeding. Make sure that conservatives stop pushing us back decades. And then we continue with legislation. So a lot of people don't know about this. In 2021 or 2022, someone remind me, it's the For the People Act, H.R. 1. The Democratic House put together a bill that would have ended partisan gerrymandering. It would have expanded voting rights in this country. And it would have also added restrictions into what types of funds could go towards funding elections. The Republicans didn't even allow the bill to hit the floor. So there is a lot of work to do, but we have to start by stopping the bleeding. is really where we're at.
Sure. I hate the idea of just such a blanket. Such a blanket approach, and that is like all conservatives need out of Supreme Court and da 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 da. But if it is to the T how you're explaining it, then I mean the game is game. That is what it is.
So it's actually really difficult for most people, I think, to grasp with, to grapple with. It was difficult for me when I was 18 to grapple with it as well. I was under the impression, right, that if you have a party on the left, or you guys, if you have a party on the right, you have a party on the left, and they're both saying different things, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, right? Because that's what it would be in like a movie or in TV shows or whatever. And then the more you learn about it, it's actually, you have a party on the right and you have a party on the left, and the truth is somewhere over here. So
further left than the leftists?
I would
I'm
say,
sorry,
like,
flip the left
so
and then
Medicare for all is the best method forward, or at the very least, universal health care is the best method forward. Every single other first world country is able to offer. I shouldn't even say the word first world, but every single other developed country is able to offer universal health care for their citizens. The United States spends more money on healthcare than any other one of those countries, but we still pay for our healthcare. So that, as an example, the Democratic Party is conflicted, right? Like, there's some that are pushing for Medicare for all. There's some that are okay with where we're at, and that's different from the Republican Party, which is literally.
They're not fighting the conservatives hard enough, is what you're saying.
Well, what I'm saying is that we should be having the debate here, right? Our right-wing party should be people like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, and our left-wing party should be people like Bernie or Lefter. But the problem is we have the actual fascists that are pushing the Overton window this way. Like, they try in 2017, they tried to repeal Obamacare with no replacement. They said we're going to throw 40 million people off of their health care and then hope we all just forget about it. Like, they did not have a replacement. So for us to ever get to the point where it is the top versus the bottom, which is what a lot of people like to say, they're like, this isn't a left versus right thing, this is a top versus bottom thing. For us to be able to get to that point, we need to either get people to realize that the right works for the top, or just get rid of the right altogether in terms of elections. That's where we're at. That's all I can say. It's one party is flawed, right? And they're right about some stuff and they're wrong about some stuff. The other party is wrong about everything. Literally, there's not a single thing that the Republican Party backs that is good for this country other than the top 1%.
Is there I don't know, this might be kind of a dumb question. Is there anything from the conservative side of the line that interests you by any means? Like any one issue that their stance is on that catches your attention?
The only thing from conservatives that I would ever agree with is stuff that ended up being bipartisan. So, for example, in terms of Trump, right? Trump's Project Warp Speed, I agreed with. But that was something that Democrats also agreed with. I don't know if he's still going to do it. It's a low priority, but like getting rid of the penny, I agree with. That's a Trump policy. I'm cool with that. Democrats are cool with it too. But there's nothing.
That's pretty bipartisan.
Yeah. So, like, there's nothing that is a conservative only issue that makes any kind of sense to anybody. Every single, whatever it is, it's on climate change. The Democrats agree with 97% of scientists. The Republicans don't. On taxes, it's all the evidence shows that trickle down economics does not work. The Republicans believe in trickle down economics. On
around, dude, that trickle down economics theory, that is a son of a bitch for the conservatives to get over, because we've been as a country, we've been dealing with the downfall, the byproduct, I guess you could say, of that. So, I mean, how long has trickle down economics been in play here?
Since 1981. 1981 was when Reagan took office, and there was this huge shift towards supply side economics. Really quick, Alaskan, thank you for the $5. I have a sound request for gifts. I need the Santana. I was a bitch. I was a fucking bitch. I was scared. If somebody makes it a sound effect, I will add it. Thank you so much, Alaskan. Yeah, pretty much since Reagan.
Yeah, that's a shame, and such a, like, I don't know. It's just it's weird that somebody put that in place so long ago, and it's been so clearly not working for us, and we're still kind of playing off of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the reality is, like, the majority of voters don't do any research at all. So whoever gets to them first is like kind of what their ideology is until otherwise. So if they hear, yeah, you cut taxes for the rich and then that makes jobs and that boosts the economy, and oh, okay, that sounds good, and then all of a sudden they're voting for concentration camps. Like, it's Heritage Foundation was there with Reagan too. Yeah.
And like, and the idea is like, we're voting for the economy. We want the economy, when in comparison to the other things that are on the platter for voting for, like the economy, let's see, genocide, we've got like that, like, it's just, Damn.
And you know what, Bob? Here's what frustrated me so much. The debates before the election, I think would have been super interesting if it was like economy versus morality, right? It's like, okay, Donald Trump's a felon and he sexually assaulted a woman and he sexualized his daughter and he sexualized his children and he would walk into Miss Teen USA pageants with underage girls who are half naked and would ogle at them because he owns the pageant. And he tried to overthrow the government, and he is constantly spreading hatred against minorities in this country. He lies. He just makes shit up. He says Haitian immigrants are eating the cats and dogs, which led to bomb threats at majority Haitian American schools. Like he's just like a terrible person. If the debates were like all of that versus, but at least he'll be better for the economy, it would have been a little bit more interesting. But he literally also wouldn't be better for the economy. We had 34 Nobel Prize winning economists that endorsed Kamala Harris's plan over his. Like voting for him was failing an open book test. It was the easiest decision ever. It was easier than Trump versus Hillary and easier versus Trump versus Biden. This time it was so fucking easy. Absolute fumble by 77 million Americans.
Yeah. I will say with the coup and everything that went down on the Dem side and the timing on it, I think they probably lost some voters for that reason.
What coup?
Pulling Biden out of the race and sliding, which wasn't as big of a deal as what it was made out to be.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a coup. Like calling that a coup is a Republican talking point to obfuscate from January 6th. The reality is Biden was old as fuck. He was losing in the polls, and he had been there were Democrats calling for him to drop out of the race for months. He wasn't forced out. What happened was that one of his advisors, and this is on record, one of his advisors came to him the night before he dropped out and said, based on this polling data, your path to 270 is virtually gone. That's when he decided to make the decision.
Yeah. It was. I think just from the media standpoint of view, shit was looking funny to people that didn't really know where to find out what was actually going on, and I think they probably lost some voters.
Even if that was what's so weird about that to me is that, like, I think it was 90% of the Democratic Party wanted Biden to drop out. They didn't want a Biden-Trump rematch. So, like, who was upset by it?
What does 10% still look like on the grand scheme of 300 million people? 10% is still a lot.
Well, that's 10% of the Democratic Party. But the question is, like, so all of those, you're telling me that there were several million people that wanted to vote for Biden but didn't want to vote for Harris?
Yeah. How many? I think you said earlier how many less. What was it? 3 million less or something?
3 million. It was 6 million less than Biden, but only 3 million of those materialized in Trump votes. What it was 6 million less, but 3 million materialized.
What, dropped off and didn't even vote after that?
Yeah, 90 million non-voters. 90 million people did not vote.
That's almost a third. What are we, like 320, 350 million?
Look at the voting totals. More people didn't vote than either candidate got. Trump got 77 million. Kamala got 75 million. 90 million people didn't vote. That's a massive swing in any direction.
I didn't even think about it in that sense. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, hey man, I'm at work. I appreciate y'all bringing me up, and I like what you do. I'll make it off here and go do some work now.
All right. So much for coming up.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
All right. We're gonna go to the next guest. But really quick, if you're here for the first time, thank you so much for joining. We're live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights doing political debates, political discussions, and fact checks. We also try to be live for all major political events. So if you like this content, drop a follow, tap the screen. For everybody that's gifted or subbed so far, I really appreciate the gifts and subs. But the only thing I'm really asking of any of you is just to drop a follow. Make sure, double check next to my name. If there's a red oval that says follow, just hit that button. If you must spend coins, the cheapest way to do it, you can spend 1 heart me a day, which is 1 coin, I believe. Comes out to about $0.015. You're only allowed to spend 1 a day. So if you do want to spend something but don't want to, break the bank, you can do that. But again, only thing I'm asking for is just a follow. Those that are tapping, I really appreciate y'all, but I also appreciate those that are just listening and folding laundry. Y'all are cool too. Okay, here we go. Next guest. Appreciate that, B. Hi, welcome up.
Hey Dan, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Quick question. With honorary Viking Kash Patel at the helm of the FBI, are we ever going to get a real, concise or realistic take on what actually happened with the Charlie Kirk thing, or is it just going to be propaganda?
You know what? That is a good question. I will say that as long as the suspect is alive, it'll be pretty difficult to manufacture much of this because you can't really manufacture what happened on video, right? We have multiple angles. So the only way that'd be the only lies that they could produce would be through who the suspect was. So as long as he's not in Epstein's cell, I think we'll get mostly an accurate report, but who knows?
But he's not talking, that's the thing. And also, do you think that they're ever going to be able to sort of digest what the Groyper thing is and the whole internet Gen Z thing? We've got a lot of boomers, a lot of Gen Xers
Right,
trying
that's
to
fair.
digest
So
this.
that's a really good point. There's a chance, right, that when the FBI goes through their report, if they do determine that he is a Nick Fuentes fan, they might say something along the lines of like, this person was a part of an online community that hated Donald Trump, and then end it there.
Right.
When obviously we know that they hate Donald Trump because he's not far right enough.
Right.
So
Well, and I think we got a little bit of that from the governor of Utah saying that this was like internet culture and the darkness of, Reddit stuff, and I think they
yeah,
might blame
yeah.
it on that too. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
a wild one. I don't know. Um it's sad that we're here. Somebody said that, everybody said that the internet isn't real life, but suddenly the internet became sort of real life.
Very true.
Anyway, I'm out of here, Dan. Great stream. I love your work and a big fan. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. So I want to let y'all know something that is super surreal. Which is there's a couple of people before that guest that said in chat, "Oh, I just joined. I'm following today, or I just joined yesterday, or whatever." And that's like, it's so weird to think about people that are meeting this version of Dan and don't know how different I was 13 months ago, and like how much my psyche has been reworked by speaking to Trumpers for the past 13 months. How much fewer gray hairs I had. It's just super interesting to think that there are people that are just meeting this version of Dan and don't know pre-election Dan. But okay, new follower here, and so glad I found this side. Well, Whitney, I don't think you're a new follower, but thank you. Really quick before we go to the next guest, I wanted to read this. He was killed on camera. No one's family deserves to have to witness that. It's unthinkably cruel that people would go on the internet and use their platform to say about an innocent man that I don't care that he's dead. He's not a hero. He's a scumbag. He shouldn't be celebrated. I'm talking about George Floyd. You thought I was talking about Charlie Kirk? No, those are actual quotes by Charlie Kirk about George Floyd. Outrageous that anyone would say that of the dead, right? Yeah. Unfortunately for Charlie fans, there really is a Charlie quote for any criticism they might have. No way. Yeah, he did say that that George Floyd was a terrible person that should not be revered or celebrated. He also called to bring back public executions. He said a lot of bad shit. Yeah. Okay. Go to the next guest. They always say it's taken out of context. And what's wild is when you get the context, it's worse. He also said consent is a gray area. Oh, we don't talk about that one enough. That was recent. That was like this year. Hey, Kit.
1 second. My mic's... Oh, is it going to work right away? Oh, look at that. I'm so proud of my mic. Okay.
Hey Dan, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm okay. I just wanted to bring up one of the things about when the guy was calling what happened with Harris and Biden a coup. This is always a really interesting point to me, and it's something that hasn't really been brought up since like previous to the election or a little bit after. Um, what's not realized about Trump is that because he didn't attend any of the preliminary debates for the Republican Party, he technically did not qualify as an actual candidate because according to the RNC's rules themselves, you need to be at 2 of 3 out of those debates to be a qualified candidate.
Didn't they
He went
change the
to
rules for
0.
him?
Did they? I didn't hear that
I
part.
think I'm pretty sure that's what happened. They just changed the rule. Whatever he wanted, they just changed the rules.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part.
But it was
I
clear.
thought that
Your point still stands. Anyone that says like, "Oh well, there wasn't a primary for Kamala," it's like, okay, there wasn't a primary for Trump. What do you mean?
yeah. He just consistently campaigned for 4 years. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
That's just wild to me.
And he didn't. He chose. It was so wild that people would still vote for somebody. He knew that his ideas and his policies weren't going to be popular, so he just chose not to debate people like Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, and also just because he knows that he wouldn't have been able to hold a candle to any of them anyway. I mean, he didn't in the debates. People were just like, "Oh, he said funny stuff, haha," voting for him anyway.
I'm gonna be honest. I think he would have cooked. If it was a 1v1 of him and DeSantis, I think he would have cooked him. DeSantis is a personality vacuum,
Yeah.
but Haley would have demolished him. Chris Christie would have demolished him.
Mm-hmm. That and oh gosh, I had one more point. Of course, my ADHD is acting up. It's at nighttime. My meds are wearing off. Oh gosh. Something about Charlie Kirk. It's really also wild to me the guests that did start crashing out on you that brought up all, those of us who have been debating on this platform for a long time. Like I've only been on here a year and a half, and obviously I mostly just panel, but I didn't hear about Charlie Kirk. I heard about Shapiro far before I heard about Charlie
Way
Kirk.
before, yeah.
I only heard about Charlie Kirk maybe a little bit before Unfuck America happened, honestly. Sorry to bring up that, but like I didn't this guy was not on my radar.
I think I heard about him when Jubilee started getting big. When we got the fetus thing and the other one. There was the fetus thing. Oh, there was an interview where a guy said, "Do you really think that this is a human being?" And he said, "Without a doubt." And he's like, "This is a dolphin fetus." Like there was a bunch of
that meme.
There was
I
a
remember
bunch
the meme of that.
Yeah, I mean that's just when I heard about him. When there was a bunch of like memes about him, but obviously the right like saw that and they were like, "That is my moral compass." But yeah.
Yeah, it's
Turn
just,
like
it's
a pretzel.
funny to me. Like,
Thank you, Whitney.
aw, how cute. It's just funny to me. Like he's all of us. Like he's so big. He's so big to you guys. Like to those of you in that vacuum in the incel world, sure. To the rest of us, no. We don't care about this dude. Like I'm not sorry. It was just wild to me that he's bringing it. And that was my last thing. There was someone in the comments. It was a while ago now, but they said something that just cracked me up. They said Charlie Kirk was getting DEI military funeral services. And I lost it a little bit on that one. That's
He was their
But
flavor of
thank you, Jen.
racist. All right, Kit. Thank you so much for coming up.
See you later.
Bye.
Smart people don't like me.
True. Caffeine, thank you for the rock the stage. All right. For those that don't know, if you do want to send a gift, the ones up at the top that are like, what is that, a marquee? They're marqueeing across. They have like
Smart people don't like me.
Thank you, Whitney. They have little sound bites that are attached to them. What do we have here? Really quick. We're going to play this video. Load.
Guy and a sorority girl at age 19 hooking up, both 5 drinks in at 2 a.m. and all of a sudden she like removes consent. Yeah, like that's a murky middle gray area. And excuse me when
She
I say
still removed consent, did she not?
Okay, but again,
If he continues to go onward with that encounter,
Again,
then he is sexually assaulting her.
again, that's that is such an unfair categorization. Like,
No,
again,
it's not.
it's very case dependent. Like a fraternity guy and a sorority girl at age 19.
I learned today how he met his wife too. I don't know that, or yeah, that one's pretty wild. Also, just a reminder that when he was asked that in Jubilee debate if his 10-year-old daughter was raped, would he allow her to get an abortion? He said no. He would force her to have the baby. Miss Teen USA. Oh no, bro. He was interviewing her for a job? God. His wife was in pageants when Trump owned the pageants. That's his belief. Who cares? It's not yours. Okay. I guess that's a comment worth leaving. Dan, did you know about the Fuentes group? Did you ever talk about any of them? I mean, I vaguely knew about I knew about Nick Fuentes and I vaguely knew about the Groypers, but I've learned so much against my will over the past 3 days.
You've been watching a little too much Fox News.
Thank you, Whitney. All right. I had a question for y'all. We've been live for an hour and 38 minutes, which is not all that long, especially since we lowered the live schedule to only 3 days a week. But there is no guest in the box because it's hard to find MAGA to defend the indefensible. So there are two things that I kind of want to do. All right. Number one is to continue playing Super Mario Eclipse. But number two, and this was the one I'm leaning a little bit more towards tonight, is I kind of want to watch Aaron Brockovich. Has anyone watched that movie? It is so good. And I think, especially right now, been a while. Yeah, it's been a while for me too. I haven't watched it in probably over 10 years at least. Now, what's it about? Okay, so it's based on a true story. I will let you guys know what the broad synopsis. Okay, so it's based on a true story of a woman named Erin Brockovich who did boots on the ground activism that led to a historic legal settlement against PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric. I think they were like poisoning water or something like that. I don't want to spoil the whole movie. Julia Roberts was a queen in it. Yeah. So I know that I'm not going to be able to watch it on YouTube. That's for sure. And TikTok probably won't let me, but we're going to try. But I know Mac hasn't seen it, and I know Mac's going to love it. Environmental injustice. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Julie won an Oscar for that movie. Whistleblower Queen. Yeah. Hi, welcome up.
Yo, Dan, it's your boy Gemini from yesterday with the good vibes, and I'm glad to see that smile again today. And I'm glad to see all 714 of these beautiful, amazing, kind-hearted people again today, too. I hope all y'all been having a good day, because like I said yesterday, y'all gonna live, and y'all gonna keep living. Dan, sooner or later, you gonna have to host a deep dive on Groypers for everybody. That shit runs deep. I'm telling you, Dan, you need to. Yesterday, after I talked my shit, I did like an hour of research. First off, it's not only a bunch of young, dumb people.
You think you just fell
But
out
they
of a
are.
coconut tree?
I don't want to spoil it. You need to do it. You just need to do
Thank you,
it.
Whitney.
I'm not going to spoil it for you. But also, I'm glad to see you're still here. I'm glad to see you're still smiling, and I'm glad to see that you're still debating these people that don't know how to debate. And also for that dude earlier, because I don't know if he's here or not, that said like Charlie Kirk started this. No, he didn't. There was multiple channels beforehand, neutral channels that were hosting debates, not even just like Jubilee, but others, and interview channels, like channels that were doing non-pew pews versus pro pew pews, channels that were straight up interviewing neo Yahtzees and stuff like that. There was multiple channels. Let's not, like, I get it.
Yeah, well,
Like,
what was that guy's name?
the man's gone.
Channel 5 or something? What was that guy's name? Someone remind me. All Gas No Brakes?
I forget.
Oh, I think it was All Gas No Brakes was his channel name. And then like the whatever media company owned him didn't let him leave or something, so he had to start doing his own thing.
Yes.
Yeah, he was doing that way before Charlie Kirk. Thank you, Whitney.
But no, I just want to say that real quick because I feel like no one really, like, not like you, because you already did correct him on it. But no, there were multiple channels not only doing debates but also like cross interviews way before Charlie. All Charlie did was go to colleges, set up a table, and say debate me, and cut out the things that he didn't want to be in there. Let's be for real. There's no way that man showed every debate. He cut out some things.
Really quick. Donovan in chat. Are you willing to request up and spew that racist bullshit to my face, or are you just gonna be a coward and say it in chat? I'm just curious, Donovan.
I'll drop if you need an extra slot.
Come on, man.
No, he's not gonna come
on, man. Come on, man.
Thank you, Whitney, for the hat and mustaches. Thank you so much. Oh, and that was the goal. Thank you.
Honestly, even as a black man, and I'm gonna say this to everybody, anybody who has the time and energy to be a bigot is sadder than you will ever be.
Ooh, Gemma, wait. He actually requested. Hold on.
He requested.
Right, I got you. I'm out. I got you. How do I get out of here? Drop me.
Yeah, I noticed you muted me in the chat.
No.
Why did you do that?
So my mods mute. Like
your mods are cowards. That's why.
Well, no. The reason I'll give you the reason. Hang on 1 second. Because you said something.
Because you're authoritarians masquerading as altruists.
Authoritarians.
Yes, exactly right.
Define authoritarian.
The left is fine with authoritarianism so long as they're the ones deploying it. Bro,
if you think getting muted on a TikTok chat is the same as authoritarianism,
and not fact.
If you think getting muted in a TikTok chat is authoritarianism, then I think you need to.
That's solely what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about your behavior during the pandemic.
What is?
You guys were simps for pharmaceutical companies the entire time.
Who was president? Who was president?
You have to get your.
Who was president for Project Warp Speed? Wait, can we talk about the president during Project Warp Speed? Who's that?
No, I'm talking about
your
fucking apoplexy for a disease.
Yeah.
That had less
Okay, so I love that you want to monologue. I'm going to ask you about the thing that got you muted, which was you said that you believe that I have family members that got deported. Why do you think that?
Out of your dick sucker is what
Donovan, what? I'm not single. Please, I'm not interested. Why do you think that one of my family members was deported? Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why you commented that?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, we're still dealing with the fact just a moment ago, you're like, he won't request up. He's not brave.
Credit where credit's due. You did request up. Now, can you address the thing that you said?
Ever get tired of being wrong?
Okay, can you do me a favor and just, can we just have sentences separate?
Get tired of being wrong?
I say a sentence, then you say a sentence. The one way you guys can trigger me is by talking over me. So you're doing a good job of that.
With me because I said you had a
Okay, so.
Oh, you're muting me again. Awesome.
Yeah, because your sentences are starting in the middle of my sentences. All right. Now, please address your comment. You said you believe that one of my relatives was deported. I want to know why you think that. Now it's your turn to talk.
Yes. Who's upset one of his relatives got deported? Correct. How is that racist?
I'm saying, why do you think that? What makes you think that?
Because Trump is deporting people and you guys are bitches.
Who's you guys?
The left.
They dance around it, Dan.
I know. He won't say it with his chest. You're saying it because I'm not a white guy, right? You're saying it because I'm of Middle Eastern descent.
Oh, you're Middle Eastern? I couldn't tell.
Well, you knew I wasn't white. That's why you said it. I don't know why you're such a bitch and won't say it with your chest.
No, you look, I mean, you're white-ish.
Then why would you think that one of my friends was deported?
White-ish?
Yeah, white-ish.
What's white-ish mean? What's white-ish? Explain white-ish. I've never
You
heard
speak.
of that. That's
you
new.
speak English? I mean, it's what you have to understand
Speaking
is that
English
the only
makes
people,
you white-ish?
All right, no,
Wait.
go
Speaking
ahead and say
English
it.
makes you
You
white-ish.
want? Okay, so okay.
No, I'm being genuine. I'm not being a dick. I genuinely want to know what is white-ish. I have a notebook. Hold on. I'll turn on my camera. I have a notebook right here. I'm
It's
writing this
important you
down.
understand that the only people more obsessed with race than the American left are schnazis.
I agree. We're gonna pull this up really quick. The people that are obsessed with race are the Nazis, right?
The only people more obsessed
may
with
he
race
rest
than
in
the
peace.
left in America are schnazis.
Oh, more obsessed with race. No, I mean
correct.
So you're calling
Hold on,
you're
Dan.
calling
I'm trying to find a
MAGA
pencil
Nazis
so I
then?
can make notes on
Wait,
white
you are
race.
calling MAGA Nazis, just to be clear, right?
See, and this is the problem with like comprehension. You guys know, I said the only people more obsessed with race than the American left are Nazis.
Yeah, which means that because
Wait, Dan.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me walk him into a wall real quick. So you just said the only people that are more upset about race besides the left are Yahtzees, right?
The only people, geez, I'll say it for a fourth fucking time because y'all don't listen. I think the fudge is packed up into your brain.
No, I'm taking notes. No, dude, I'm taking notes. I'm genuine. I got a pen and pencil. I'm trying to take notes. So go ahead and say
you
it.
trying to ask me to turn my camera on. If you want that,
No, I was
if
saying
you want
I
some
turned
shit
mine
like
on
that,
so I can
you
show
should
you
probably
I'm
go to
taking notes.
OnlyFans, my guy.
No, I just turned on my
that
camera so I can show you my notebook. So the only people in America that are obsessed with race is the left and Yahtzees.
Holy
correct?
shit! I gotta
That's your
say it
words.
for a fifth fucking time. You
No,
might want to
Donovan,
you could just say
please,
yes or no.
I swear to God, I don't know how old you are, but at some
misquoted
point in
me
your
now
life,
3
somebody must have told you that in society, you start your sentence after a punctuation, a period, a question mark. Please stop interrupting.
You sound like a grammar schnazi.
No, I just don't want. I can't hear what you're saying if you're talking while either I'm talking or while the other guy is talking. Okay, just wait your turn. Jesus.
And
I do wait my
I'm
turn. I wait
I'm
for a
genuinely
pause.
asking for.
Now
okay,
notice
Donovan.
as I started talking, he jumped in. Did you notice that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. No, I'll be quiet. Go
He's
ahead.
literally talking to
'Cause I
me,
asked
so
you a
I try
question.
and respond, and you're and you.
Okay, Donovan, go ahead and respond. I asked you the
people don't
question.
like
Go
me.
ahead and respond to it, then answer.
Thank you, Abby.
Could you tell your mods to stop sending me invites to turn my camera on?
Wait, why are you afraid to turn your camera on? You're willing to
I'm not
judge.
afraid to turn my camera on.
You're
and
willing
I
to
said it
judge my
before.
immigration
If you
status
want-
based on my face.
Holy shit!
Right?
Yeah, you notice right there while I was talking and you just talked over me, same thing you were bitching about just a few seconds ago.
Okay, Donovan,
Yeah.
Donovan, hold on.
Okay,
Let's
so
restart.
you
Donovan,
asked
let's
me
all
a
restart.
question.
Let's all restart.
Wait, Donovan. No. You're wrong. You said, can you tell your mods to stop Yes.
Muting me and asking me to put my camera on.
And then I started talking. You're literally wrong about how the conversation went. You're gaslighting yourself now.
Gaslighting isn't a thing. You made it up because you're crazy.
Okay.
That was funny.
All
I'll
right,
give him that one.
let's restart. Wait, Dan, let's all restart because I really want to get to
Well,
this.
hold
They
on.
always
Whitney
want
just sent
themselves
3
into this
manifesting, so older millennial is going to pee all over us for a second. Hold on.
hole. Oh, no.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait that one out.
Yeah, you guys are professional victims. So when I
Thank you,
say
Whitney.
you're mad someone got deported, you're just like, oh, he's racist.
I don't know why you said it in that accent. First of all, second of all, it's
Because
just.
no
I mean,
one
it's just a
cares about your
logical.
feelings. No
It's
one
a
cares.
logical
Get a
jump.
helmet.
Someone says something racist, they're probably racist, right?
It's not racist. You think everything is racist.
I think everything is racist.
Yeah, because again, you're little bitches. You're professional victims. So what you
Okay,
do?
what would
it's
you
called-
what would you consider
it's
as
called
something?
feigning umbrage?
What would you consider racism?
Yeah. So this is what you do, right?
Ask questions. Yes. and
Rather
correct
than
answers.
have a discussion, what you do is you feign racism to try and grab the moral high ground and shut down the discussion because you don't have any cogent political position.
I asked you. Good word, by the way. I
I
asked
heard
you.
what you
What
said.
do you consider racist? You, for whatever reason, don't think that profiling me based on my race is racist. Right?
Racism is hate for another race.
Is hate for another race. Okay.
Okay, cool.
It has nothing to do with institutional power, any of that bullshit. Y'all guys try
But
to
even
change
based
the
on
fucking
your definition, right? Based
Could
on
you
your
tell
definition.
your Gooner mod to stop sending me invites to turn my
Wait,
camera on?
wait, Donovan, did you just say
Why do you
that
use
racism has
goons
nothing
as
to do
mods?
with institutionals? You
No,
said that
Gemini, you are
racism has
not
nothing
gonna.
to do with
yeah,
institutionals.
You are
there
never
was a
gonna
movie
get him to
recently
admit
that
that
said that you
institutional
can't be
racism is a
racist
thing.
unless
There's
you
no
have
way.
institutional power.
He just no. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to get to. Donovan, do you think racism is a problem in America? Yes or no?
Oh, we elected a black man twice. It's a post-racial society.
That wasn't my question. That wasn't my question. That wasn't my question. Is it a problem in America? Yes or no? That wasn't my question.
It's only a problem in the fact that leftists use it as a weapon against their political opponents.
Okay,
that's the only problem.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
it's only a problem because leftists use it as a weapon against their political opponents.
No, wait. Hold on. Before you clutch your pearls, where are most black people in the South?
Yeah, a lot of black people.
Where's
are
the most
in the
racist part of the? What's the most racist part of the country?
Well, most black people are in cities. Most black people are in cities.
Wait, Dan.
If the South is the most racist part of the country, then why do all the black folks live there?
Okay, Donovan, do you know why most black people are still living in the South?
You're going to say because they can't, because they're incapable, as you're deploying the soft racism of low expectations?
Oh, no, I'm not saying they can't because they're incapable, because you just tried to deny how racism is institutional.
That's the thing.
No.
An individual can be racist, but the country is not racist.
When the country was going through putting upset institutional racism and systemic racism, like Jim Crow, like red line laws, destroying black businesses, and
y'all are complaining about
shit. Those are still relevant to today. But those are still relevant to today, my friend.
No, they're not. There is no red line. There is no institutional racism. No,
but they were a thing, weren't they? But were they a thing? But were they a thing?
You just want something. Yeah, they were a thing.
They were a thing.
Of course they were.
There is institutional racism. So you're admitting racism. You're ready. Wait, Donovan. So redlining was institutional racism.
Yeah, I even said it was a thing. It's not a thing anymore.
Thing.
It was 100 years ago.
But no, earlier you said it wasn't a thing. Now it is a thing, but it's not a thing anymore.
It's not a thing today. For fuck's sake. See, this is the other problem, is that we have to stop and go over basic
I'm trying to go around because you were earlier, your argument earlier was it's not a thing.
Bro.
Then I said, is it a thing or not?
Or whatever
you said
weird
no.
pronouns
then I proved to you redlining and Jim Crow laws. And now you're saying it is a thing, but not anymore.
I swear, I would rather talk to a diehard I would rather talk to Joseph Goebbels than somebody that overtalks another person. It is so triggering to me. I need you. I need you.
Hey, go fuck yourself then, okay? Would you do that for me? Just go fuck yourself. Because I don't give a shit. You said I wouldn't come up.
Okay, so you're too emotional to have a conversation.
Smart. You're not scary. You're a joke. The entire country used to laugh at you. Now we fucking hate you. Do you understand?
Wait, who's we? Who do you mean by we?
The country.
The country.
The American
Who's
electorate.
the country?
Yeah, we hate you. We cannot stand your fucking asses.
Dan, oh my God, Dan, you just walked in what I was about to go to too.
You think you could change the definition of words and people
Dan. Do you think the right is more American than the left?
Yes, objectively.
Why? What makes the right more American than the left?
Because
what's the tier list?
The American flag and you fly the Mexican flag, the Ukrainian flag, the LGBT. Oh, you think
Dan, is that an American flag in your background? Yeah. Holy shit!
You know what's
Dan,
funny is that so many people on the left say that that Old Glory is triggering. But now here you are, a little alcove on the left, and you want to say just because I have a flag that the entire left aren't the party of criminals and traitors.
Okay, you literally elected a criminal. You literally elected a traitor. He tried to overthrow the government. You can miss me with that forever.
Perverting the justice system.
Wait, Dan.
Perverting justice. He lost. He got his back blown out by 7 million votes. And instead of doing what every single president in the history of this country has done, which is participate in the peaceful transfer of power, he tried to steal the election by pressuring his vice president to pick fake electors. And then when you guys couldn't get your way, you guys couldn't steal the election, you insurrected against the Capitol. You attempted a coup, smeared shit on the walls, and almost hanged the vice president. And you're saying that we're the non-American
almost hung the vice president.
Not to
hang Mike Pence. Hold on, Dan. Hang Mike Pence. What does that mean to you?
Wait, Dan. We also got to remember too. You want to know what other flag people on the right fly? The Confederate flag. The right people fly the Confederate flag. People on the right equally fly the Confederate flag. Are you going to talk about them? He's
literally just going to say that he doesn't agree with that.
It doesn't exist. Oh yeah, no, the Confederate flag doesn't exist. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot, Dan. We're crazy.
The Confederate flag is a flag associated with the United States. You know what's not? Mexico. You know what's not?
Oh, never mind. I take it back. He's actually.
You know what's not? LGBTQ.
He's 10 toes down for the racism. Oh, I thought he was just going to say no. They don't fly it.
The flag of traitors and he said the flag of traitors is also representative of America. Oh, you can't make this up.
Literally
man.
the opposite of
Whoa,
America.
why does it sound like you just put something in your rectum? That was disgusting.
It's the opposite of America. It's so now I get it. No, you're the pro-traitor party. You are anti-America. You like the Confederacy. You like maggots when they try to cheat and steal the election. I get it now. Thank you.
Let me ask you this: have either of you pinched leftists ever served in the military?
I haven't served in the military.
Okay.
I respect those that serve in the military, though. Unlike the guy you voted for, who wouldn't who wouldn't fly the flags at half-mast for a war hero, John McCain, who said, "I like my war heroes that don't get captured," disrespected them, called veterans of this country and people that have died serving this country suckers and losers. I respect the military. You guys don't. You voted for a draft dodger who put a podcaster's death over John McCain's death.
That was debunked.
Actually, Donovan, hold on, because we got people. Anyone in the chat a veteran who wants to come and argue with Donovan? Anybody who's on the left that is a veteran? Anyone want to come up and help? Now that he wants to put veterans in the box. Donovan, are you going to talk about the fact that once Donald Trump became in the presidency, he kicked a black general out? You going to talk about that, veteran?
You don't even know his name. Are you talking about Lloyd Austin?
What is his name?
Lloyd Austin?
Gemini, I love you, but for my own sanity, I'm just gonna I need fewer people here. So I love you. I'll bring
go
you back
ahead.
up later.
All good, dog. Naquan's better than me. Go ahead.
All right. Bye.
No, what up, Dan? I'm not gonna stay long. I just want to show him a quick stat that proves that most violence comes from the right.
Listen, hold on, Mod. Listen, tell whatever queer fuck that you have sending me invites to stop sending me invites to turn my fucking camera
Are you okay? Look, how do you have this much hate in your heart, bro?
What do you mean? Queer is a bad word?
What the way you used it, yeah.
LGBTQ stand for?
The way you used it, it was. You used it derogatorily.
Yeah, because they apparently they want to get a look at me. I recommend they go to OnlyFans.
Yeah, you know why? Because you came up here by racially profiling you, so they want to see your face.
Here, right?
It seems like you want to hide behind a keyboard and be racist in private. We want to see it in public. That's all.
Yeah, but the thing is that you just call your political opponents racist because, again,
no, I call racist people racist. I call racist people racist.
Discussion, but that's not how it works. No one cares about your flaccid accusations of racism anymore.
No
one cares.
Because we can back it up with actual facts. Because when we look at white supremacy attacks in America, it's
like Jesse Smollett. Like
if you shut the fuck up while someone's talking. Holy shit!
Jesse Smollett.
Listen from the chat. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. Like someone's showing. He can't control himself. He has to. The hate is spewing out of him. He just can't. I'm so sorry, everybody. It's the talking over. I can't.
Sorry, Dan.
I'll listen to a racist Nazi, but I draw the line at over talking. I'm memeing a little bit, but like, holy shit, it's so triggering. Am I the only one? I can't do it. My ears, I don't know if it's the ADHD or what. I can't do it.
I'm sorry.
Also, bringing up Jesse Smollett is an insane pull for racists. Oh my god, it's Naquan's showing the stats, and he brings up Jesse Smollett.
They don't like to see the stats. So if we actually like look at it's mostly right wing white supremacist groups that are doing majority of the attacks in America. 3 out of 4 white supremacist group. Like they're doing the unalive. I mean, 3 out of 4 unalivements are committed by white wing groups that are predominantly white supremacists.
That's asking what that source is, so we can pull it up.
This is the adl.org.
Yeah, the Anti-Defamation League chat.
Yeah, I can also send it to you when I get a chance. I'll drop it. You on Discord? Same name?
I don't know. I don't know what my name is on Discord. Hold on. I think it's Dirty Dan. What is my name on Discord? Fuck.
Just shoot me an inbox with your Discord, and I'll shoot it over to you.
Okay.
Because I know you like to have stuff like this too. So when once you send me that, I'll send it over to you on Discord so you can have it in your pocket.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, brother.
Have a good one. Chat, I got 28 minutes to do our daily crossword puzzle. My girlfriend and I are on like a 65-day streak or something like that. So, Dan, what happened with that guest? So aside from them just being like a racist, smooth brain Trump supporter, they also just would not stop over talking, and that I really, really cannot deal with. It's the constant over talking. When someone is proving them wrong, I just can't do it. It's like I do not want to interact with that human in my life anymore. Can we do the crossword together? I guess so. He wasn't even making sense. Oh yeah, of course. See, the thing is, like he was racist and he wasn't tracking the conversation, and he was also very, very homophobic. But like, I would still entertain the debate because at the very least, we can hear, first of all, how awful the other side is, and second of all, I can debunk, or Naquan can debunk, or Gemini can debunk. But when he starts over talking, this is a waste of our time, right? Like we all got places to be, people to see. Maybe open up the crossword. Dan, check YouTube chat. All right, hang on. YouTube and Twitch, I am so sorry. This is my first time seeing y'all in a long time. Abby, thank you for the $5. This guest probably smells like belly button lint in IRL. Chris, thank you for the $5. Tell this guy the last public school wasn't desegregated until 2016. He won't care. That dude genuinely made me want to close my ears off from the pure stupidity. I can't imagine what Dan was feeling. Yeah, I mean that was a real crash out. Like that was not a performative crash out. I literally yelled because of how frustrated I was with the over talking. He was just performing for his fellow bigots to spread more hate. Yeah. Wait, I am so lost about the muted. Wait, Caffeine, why did you mute this person on YouTube? What did they do? 86. Caffeine muted them for. I'm not meaning to call out Caffeine, but that's just. I'm sorry, but muted for 86,000 seconds. That's a lot of seconds. That's a lot of seconds. 86. Okay, we're gonna do the crossword puzzle and the word bend. We have to do those before midnight Eastern, and then we can 86,000 seconds. 3 letters. Tissue connecting the femur and tibia. Abbreviation. ACL. Should we not? Wait, we shouldn't look at chat. That's not fair. Okay. All right, I'm going to close out chat.
Everything's computer.
Wait, okay. I was going to close out chat, but I got to open that to... Carmine, thank you for the everything's computer. And Whitney, thank you for the manifestings. Adela, thank you for the hat and mustache. Fufu, thank you for the hand hearts. I missed all of these. Whitney, thank you for the heart signals. Okay. Cook like coffee beans. 5 letters. Okay, so coffee beans get roasted. Roast. Okay. Financial penalties. 5 letters. Not fees. That's not enough. Fines. Fines. Okay. 4 letters. Dearth or deficit. Dearth. DEARTH. I don't know what that word is, chat. The earth. Dearth or deficit. 4 letters. I say just skip. I don't know what that is. Command that might 3 letters. Command that might come before stay. Sit. Yes. Okay, now we're doing the downs. Little bark, arf. We already got the A and the R and the F. Okay, 2 down. 5 letters. Tight, bouncy hairstyle. Coils. Okay, I guess. Okay. 5 letters. Hawaiian veranda. Oh, lanai. Faction. 4 letters. Sect. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess we basically have everything. 3 letters. Syllable said with a wag of the finger. Tisk. Okay, we got it. All right, we got it. Crossword puzzle's done. We're gonna do the word bend, and then we could go back to the live. 85-day streak. We thought we lost the streak that one time, chat, but it turned out that as long as you start it before midnight, we were good to go. Was I right about dearth? Less or lack? Wait, what was the dearth one? She's pulling it up. Lack. It was lack, yeah. Coils or curls? It was coils. The reason we knew that was because we had the O from roast, and we had the I from fines. It was Ange that said that. Yeah. Okay, word bend. It's coming. It's only been 2 hours. We try to be alive for 4 hours. That's the goal. Okay. Activity. Crosswords to see me coming is funny. Activity with a tank. Really not that short of a word. Activity with roll. Oh, wait. Tank could be oops. Scuba's in a tank. Okay. Oh, they have the air tank. It's scuba. Okay, it's scuba. All right. Amorous genre. Romantic? Right there. Romance. Okay. Standardize. It's any number of letters, chat. It's the word bend is it looks like that's what it looks like. I know they can't really see it, but just to give you an idea. Standardize. I think it'd be too difficult. It's not standardized with a D. It's standardize, like the present verb. Standardize. Skip it. Oh, nice. Okay, swimming scavenger. Scavenger. Diver. Or wait, what are the fish that are on the ground? Are they crabs? No, lobsters. Yeah, lobster. Piranha. It's piranha. Okay, so usually there's a theme with these. So we got piranha, romance, and scuba. I don't know what the theme is yet. Okay, review closely. Peruse, good one. Oft masked wrestler. Luchador. Yeah, luchador. You don't know what a luchador is?
Wow.
That first red flag. Okay, that's true. Third red flag.
They now go and take a look at the oranges of the.
Thank you, Carmine, for the oranges. Formalize was the answer to standardize. Okay, we're done. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Dan, now show her. Oh, wait. Yeah, let me show you luchadors. You never seen this? Wait, hold on. This you must know this. Hold on. Yeah, the kid. All right. Well, this is a politics live, right? Girlfriend reveal. She's already been revealed. This walk so LT Gray could run. Wait, so you never watched Jackie Chan Adventures? You don't know El Toro Fuerte? El Toro Fuerte never removes his mask. Okay. Next guest. Here we go. You're after Lisa does politics. Hello. Lisa?
Yeah.
Did you mean to
I don't
request?
think I want to ping you.
Bueller? Okay, that might have been an accidental request. Really quick, shout out to Julio, the starving millennial, and RTP's falsetto voice. Thank you so much for being the top 3 tappers over the course of the live. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Whitney, thank you for being the top gift sender, which was the travel in the USA, I think is what it's called. Thank you so much, Whitney. Okay. What's your question?
I would like to know your last night that was lie and gaslight me about Dan being on live. So
They just like the live. That's all. That this y'all didn't hear any of that. This is a fever dream.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Whitney.
They're there. I'm sorry. I'm peeing. I'm peeing.
Well, that depends on your definition of late. Oh, that's true. I was early actually, if anything, technically.
I don't have anything.
You were better. She was better. That's a lie. That's a lie. She literally was better for a full 20 hours. That was gaslighting, by the way. Bad boyfriend. Look at the fake news that you're spreading. This is crazy.
Fake news.
Girlfriend has great hair. Thank you. Yeah, tonight after scrambled eggs.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Thank you, Whitney. There was one of these dynamic effects that was like the meme. Hold on. No, not that one. This one? Not that one. I'll find a chat. Wow, Dan, I had faith in you. The stickers are gone. Oh no, are the sub stickers are gone? Yeah. Oh shit. I'm so sorry the people that subbed yesterday. That wasn't that was TikTok. I'm so sorry. Matt, thank you for the Panther pause. Unintentional comedy minute with Dan. Okay. There is what do you guys think about we take a break, okay? I make her some scrambled eggs with queso fresco and pita bread, okay? Very multicultural household. Scrambled egg. I'm gonna make her scrambled eggs with queso fresco and pita bread. And then I'm gonna wash her hair, and then we'll come back and either play Mario or watch the movie. What do y'all think? Fives?
No.
She doesn't. She doesn't like. She doesn't like most vegetables. Cooking live. Which movie? Aaron Brockovich. Where's our scrambled eggs? Take care. Take care of her. LOL will be here. Fun kids gotta go to bed. What is she? Al Michaels? I don't know that reference. Who's Al Michaels? There was just a big tuft of cat hair that fell from the ceiling. Al Michaels, American sports commentator.
He's so hot.
Does this guy not like vegetables? Girlfriend is peak. Thank you. I got muted by the. No, I muted on purpose, chat. Cat hair plus fan blowing equals fan, you're muted. Dan, you're muted. Okay, got it. Okay. All right. Where are we at? We're gonna wrap up the live. This is what's gonna happen. YouTube and Twitch. I'm gonna end your lives first. I'm gonna end your live streams first. YouTube and Twitch. I love y'all. And if we do end up going live again, for the game, if we end up playing Mario, I'll go live on both YouTube and Twitch. But if we just watch Aaron Brockovich, then I'm pretty sure I can't watch it on YouTube. YouTube and Twitch. Love y'all. Bye.
Smart people don't like me.
True. Thank you, Neely. Thank you, Mad. Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so after cooking and then shower, like, it's going to be late. There's a strong possibility that she's going to talk me into just going to bed. Very likely. YouTube and Twitch. Love y'all. Have a good night.